What is going on, everyone? 413 Bros back with another video. Well, it's fall, y'all, and we got some full doors. So I already filmed this intro once and I rambled for like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna cut to the chase. I got a set of '05 doors for my '02 Jeep for $100. Boop. $100 off Facebook Marketplace. Quick story. Girl said they're all jacked up. Insides don't really work right. Driver's side does nothing. Can't use inside or outside door handle. Nothing works on that at all. They basically had the door closed, couldn't open it, so they tore it apart and reefed on it and did all kinds of craziness, as you'll see in this video. And the passenger side, the inside worked, but the outside didn't work. So basically, if you have any problems with your doors, right, your handles, inside or outside, your locks, whatever issue you have where you close your door and your door just hits and doesn't close, this video is going to help you with all those problems. And I'm just going to say, I'm sorry. There's like a bunch of different clips and it's like kind of all over the place. And I apologize. But this was a roller coaster trying to figure this out. So, yeah. Anyways, it's fall. We got our hard top back on and our full doors on. We switched back to the 10-ply mud tires for the winter. Also, I had a bunch of yellow tint film, so I tinted up the light bar. That looks super cool. But yeah, you have issues with your doors, video was the one. Like I said, I paid $100 for these doors, right? I live in New England. The handle, that's the rust. These doors are solid. So, girl said they were missing parts, okay? So I'm like, all right, these doors are 2 hours away. They're $100. Hey, this is a steal. As you know, full doors are like $500-600 a pair. And it was missing the door handle, and the straps were broke. And this door panel was missing a couple screws. This door was a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. So you can see it's bent, it's all smashed up. There's like a screwdriver hole here. It's insane, okay? And this screw is backed out a hair, and it fixed a lot of my weird issues that I was having with not closing. So what you're gonna see is me working in my basement, and you're gonna see me working outside here trying to decipher all the wildness with these doors. So yeah, I got these doors, and passenger one opens and works fine from the inside, but the outside handle will not let you in. So I'm going to show you that. But the driver's side one is, watched a bunch of videos, and this one's kind of tricky. So I'm going to show you this one first. Actually, I lied. I'm going to show you this one because this one's working. So what we got going on here is looking back and forth, right here. Do you guys see that right there? That little piece of metal? All right, so watch this handle cycle. Like I said, everything works on the inside on this one. So if we come over here and we look, we can see, don't mind my messy basement. Yeah. What's going on here? So when you pull the handle just stays. Right? That's because the spring, yeah, you can kind of see it in that corner right there. That's the other side of it. The spring popped off. I'm hoping that's the main problem. So I'm fishing in here and I'm going to see if I can get it to latch. But a lot of the times what happens with these doors is you can see the previous owner got really aggressive with this because they were stuck with a door that wouldn't open and they got a little out of hand. So no fault of them. They weren't very mechanically inclined. But yeah, so that we're going to have to fix. But anyway, yeah, you can see there's no spring. So I'm pulling on that door handle here. I'm like, all right, if it isn't springing back, that means there's a spring here. Lo and behold, there is. So I doubt this is going to find it. Yeah, it's very crusty in this one. But that spring, the other side of that spring has to go and basically under here. And if you look, this runs right into this. And on this door, as you can see, there we go. So it looks like this piece is super bent. So I'm going to bend that back. And there it is. Right there. See that? Right there, guys. That's the spring that should be under here. I think that's going to fix a lot of our problems. So I'm going to go ahead and try and bend this and catch that under there. All right, so not really any progress, but I'm going to have to unbolt these three here and pop this rod out and this rod out because this has got to come out. I can't get that. I'm done fighting. All right, latch is out. I know, you guys are probably like, Justin, way to go. I wanted to see that, but that's what this one's for, right? So we have 1, 2, behind here is 3. 30 Torx. And what you have to do is you have to pop off all these little rods, right? This one, flick, pull out. That one there, flick, pull out. And let me try and get the light in there. This rod here is just a tension rod. It's a tension spring. Just literally take a flathead screwdriver, stick it in there, and bang it that way. That's literally all I did. Okay. And let me see. Same thing with this one here. That one goes to your door handle. You can kind of see in there. Bam. Sorry, I'm literally got the flashlight in one hand and my phone in the other. Pop that rod straight out. Bam. Same way. Push it that way. Pops right out. Okay. Then you're going to have to fight this a little bit to get this out. So, based on looking at this and how crusty this looks and how nice that one looks, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it was replaced at some point in its life. So, this is the spring that I was talking about that goes on here. Like I said, I'm going to see if I can get that to snap back on, and I'll update you. It's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be on there. So when you pull the handle, boom, boom, it moves. Kind of looking around, and I discovered something here. Do you see the way that latch is, right? Watch the mechanism go. Try and zoom. Come on. Get in there. Oh, yeah. There we go. Look at that. You see that flat spot? How that flat spot pushes against the arm just above it? I know. I'm shaking like I got freaking tremors, right? Sorry. Look at this one. Look at that. That is mangled. I don't even know how. That dude seriously just was reefing on stuff in here. Crazy. So I'm going to work on bending that back and see if I can get that to where it's supposed to be and get that spring on. Crusty, I know. All right. Well, I think it's fixed. So I bent that arm. I bent this out and I took this and slid this up, right? And then I bent it back into place. Then I just took that spring, latched it underneath there, as you can see. Now, I actually think this is going to work. Hold on. All right. So, there we go. I think this is going to work now. I think I'm good. So what I'm going to do is, that looks like it's so bent. Oh my God. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see if I can just bend this bottom piece over a little bit so it catches flatter and this doesn't happen again. But I'll update you. All right, it's back together. Sorry guys, I know you're probably mad at me, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, I reattached all the rods, right? So this one is your lock. Bam. See, we got nice movement now. That did not work at all. And this rod is your outside door handle rod. Okay, so watch that rod. Up and down. Dreamy. Okay. This one is your lock cylinder. Up inside there. Right there. That's your wheel. That's your lock cylinder. So this rod goes up there. This rod goes up there, connects to your lock. Okay? And then this rod here, that's your inside door handle rod. Okay? Bada bing, bada boom. Really easy, right? You just flick these clips, pops right off, no big deal. Same thing with here. These, all you gotta do, you take a flat blade screwdriver and push out. It's just a spring clip on this one here and this one here. So basically with this one, you just want to push against this, bam, pops right out. Push against this, bam, pops right out. Super easy. 3T 30 Torx right in here. Super easy. This rotates out and that comes out. But we don't have to do that. So this door, I'm going to bend this back. This is crazy. All right, so we're working on this door now, and I want to show you we have functionality here. Okay, our lock, nice, flawless. That's locked, that's unlocked. Easy movement of the handle, but what we got going on is the outside door handle. You're going to see the lever move. See? See that? All right, now I'm opening the door. Now, this rod connects there, and that's supposed to move that way, and I'm going to hold the handle open, right? Now I'm going to move the door handle rod. See? I'm holding the door handle open. This rod's going this way. So, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that somehow, some way, this thingy is supposed to be on the other side of this thingy. So, I just lubed this all up, and I'm going to try and figure out how we can get that on the other side. Well, as you can see, I basically took and wedged a screwdriver in and pulled it over. Kind of fought and jiggled with it for a while. Using the door handle, it's pretty firm. Like it's super hard to move. So I think actually what happened, and I'm hoping is what's wrong, is that linkage is not right. I'm hoping that there's too much tension on that linkage. And I'm going to take a flathead, push this on, push this out, and see if loosening it up a hair is going to solve my issue. Because what I also noticed was the door handle was kind of pulled out. Like you can see, it's really hard to pull. But the door handle was kind of pulled out like this. So I think the adjustment slipped or something. And when the adjustment rod slipped, it let that tab slide over. So we're just going to take a little bit of a mental note at where it is. And I'm going to try and bring this down a little bit to see if that loosens the tension. And if that doesn't work, then we're going to go the opposite way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check that out. So you can see where we were on the threads. I just came down some. It didn't really come down a ton, but I just dropped it down some. This rod, let it drop down some and reattached. Now, let's see what happens. I did not test this off camera. Let's see. Oh, yes. That was perfect. That was honestly just a good guess. Dreamy. All right, so I'm going to explain what happens to this stuff, right? Over time, the way these rods are held in, there's a spring clip here. And what happens is junk and debris builds up all in these mechanisms, right? So what happens is crap gets in there and it makes these things a lot harder to operate. And once that happens, you start really pulling on the levers and stuff, and it causes this is binding up from all the debris and dirt and junk, right? So you're out there reefing on that handle, and this slips. Shoom. So what this does, in my case, is I pulled on this lever, and it's connected into here. There's like a weird loop thing. It comes up through this, right? So what happened was it pulled on that, and it brought it up. So it took that out of adjustment. That's it. This door's fixed. Inside works. And sorry for the shakiness. Outside handle works. We've got a fully functioning door. That's it. So, yeah. I had tried rolling the window down and reaching in and pulling on that thing that's in there. But that didn't work for me. Releasing this shaft let this rod move a lot. So in all reality, I should have popped this off first and then use that extra adjustability to pop that tab, that finger over that tab. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these door cards on and the door handles. And that's going to do it for this part of the video. Hell yeah. So this is the latch mechanism inside. You can see I tore this all apart, cleaned it with brake clean basically, and lubed the hell out of it. And this thing wasn't working right at all. Like, you're gonna see in the next clip what wasn't working. But I also got these doors all put back together. I got all excited, and passenger one is already on. As of right now, I didn't have to make any adjustments for this to fit whatsoever, besides I bumped the striker down a hair. So we're gonna have to see once I get the hardtop on if it has to get adjusted or anything like that, but fingers crossed I don't have to touch those hinges. That's what you see all there. I've had these soaking for a day in PB Blaster, like tons of it. But anyway, back to this. So when you open the door, right, you activate these latches here. This thing would come up, it would swing up and let the door open. What was happening was that was doing nothing. All right, so something in here was all out of whack. Cleaning it, lubing it, adjusting these screws worked. So you can see it's latched closed. Activating the arm, you seen it came up. It's not gonna rock it up or anything like that. It's just gonna come up enough. And then when you open the door striker is gonna push that up and it's gonna release. I'm gonna do it again. There you go. See, it released. And now when you open the door, that's gonna pull that and open it all the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall this, put this all back together, test it out, see where we're at. Okay, so everything is back installed, right? Now, I'm gonna show you what I just found. Now, I've adjusted that striker 1,000 times, and I'm going to loosen these 3 bolts, okay? And then you're gonna see what happens. Bolts are loose. Huh. Okay. What's going on here? So, in the following clips, when you see me fixing this door was bent to hell. Bent to hell. So, if I'm tightening these bolts and it's drawing this in, that tells me this door is tweaked. Because that closes with it loose. Now watch. I'm going to try and do this one-handed, but I'm going to start tightening the bolts. Not entirely sure. Probably can't even tell. second I just snugged those bolts. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. Watch this whole thing go. See? See, as I tighten it, it's drawing that up. Okay? These bottom ones didn't do anything. But this top one, ready? You guys see that relax? Obviously that makes sense, right? So, if I leave this top one loose, it works. So here we go. I'm gonna tighten this up, just snug. So, messing with the lock. Well, you can see something's disconnected, right? Well, I'll get there. Messing with the lock in this door. Nice and smooth here. I was watching this arm when this was connected. And this arm up inside there, you can see something's not right with that lock. What that was doing, that was binding, causing the lock to be weird and putting weird tension on this. So every now and then you would go to lock this and it'd be really hard and stiff and not want to move. Which would make sense if we loosen this bolt and it let a little tension out here, that it would work. Now, this is the outside lock disconnected, okay? These bolts are in and tight. Door shuts. Door opens. This whole time, I've been fighting with that, the lock arm up there. Now, I'm gonna twist this around, get some light in there for you guys, so you can see what I'm talking about. You see that lock arm up there? Let me zoom on in. I'm gonna grab the arm. Okay, now watch. See how loose that is? That's my problem. I'm gonna pull that lock out. Right. See all this? That is no bueno. It's not even this bar. It's this. That's no good. Let's see what I can come up with. Alright, so what I came up with, put a washer in between. Now there's no slop. Now I don't know if that's going to affect anything, and I might have to adjust this and bend it some. But we're going to put the lock in and we're going to find out. I think we're good. I think we're good. Nice and smooth, million times of operation, like a dream. I'm so excited. I thought for sure that just once it started working in my hand that it was going to be good. And I didn't even know that there was an issue with that lock being that loose. So right here, this whole video should really decipher what your problem is with your locks and your doors. I pretty much went over literally everything in this video. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Yeah, it's probably long. Whatever. Guys, end of the day, when things work, that's a goddamn win. Take it. All right, so I'm gonna go over locks and all the differences in the door locks. So my Jeep is a 2002, originally soft top and half doors. Long story short, I sold my half doors to Tyler for the $100 that I paid for these full doors. Lived with them for the year. I don't really give a rat's ass about half doors. I'm an all or nothing type of guy. The uppers suck in the cold. You got that flapping around and it unpleasant. They leak. In my opinion, they're overrated. But anyway, that's me. Back to this. So, 03 to 06 doors are going to have this newer plastic style mirror, which in my opinion looks better. I like it. So, locks. This is a larger lock cylinder. So 97 through 2002 full steel door use a smaller diameter lock. 2002 through 2006 half doors use this style larger diameter lock, as well as 2003 through 2006 full steel door uses the larger lock cylinder. When in the clip where I have all the doors apart, you can kind of see where I'm in like this. You can see where I point out the lock cylinder, the front of the lock cylinder, okay? Basically, inside the door panel, you're gonna see a metal tab thing here. All you do is take a flat blade screwdriver and flick that out and disconnect the plastic bar and the lock pulls out. And then all you have to do is reinsert your matching diameter lock into here and reassemble. Now, there is differences between the ears in their little like clips that are on the back. And all you have to do is pull out the C-clip and change out the lock. There's other videos that kind of explain this, but basically you either have a flat bar, which was in my half doors, or you have a longer Z-bar style rod that's in these full doors and some of the other doors. But anyways, that's super easy to change out. All you have to do is pop out the C-clip, and if you have a different style door, like I did, the half doors I know have just the flat little bar, and these had the Z-bar. These had the Z-bar style. I'm going to stick a screenshot here of all the information on the lock styles and what those had. But I just wanted to give you guys that quick little tip. That way this was a little bit more thorough of a video. Thanks, guys.